Alright guys and gals, welcome to another live stream. This is Dr. Drew. We are live right here on TikTok and on YouTube currently. And today's topic, we're going to start off with this integral here. Integral of dx over 5 minus 3x. Let me just test the audio real quick. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a u sub here. So I'm going to set u equals to 5 minus 3x, u equals to 5 minus 3x, and differentiate that. du equals negative 3. Okay, dx. Did you study environmental engineering? For my PhD, I did water chemistry, which, yes, is very much related to environmental engineering. And so my PhD is in chemical and environmental engineering. And guys, so we have du equals minus 3 dx. And then I'm going to go ahead and start to plug in that u sub here. So that's basically a 1 over u now times dx. And guys, make sure you vote up on the poll top left hand side of your screen. What topic should we focus on today? Advice for Orgo 2. What kind of advice are you looking for? What kind of advice do you need? Do you need like study tips? How do you study for Orgo? What topics to expect? What? I cannot help you cheat, unfortunately, Sami. I'm sorry. What class is it for? So this is 1 over u. And not only that, I also have to solve for a minus 1 over 3 du equals dx. So I'm going to replace that into a minus 1 over 3 du. There we go. So now we have minus 1/3 over u du. Study topics, etc. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this integral, and then I'm going to address your question real quick. So this guy is going to turn into minus 1 over 3 ln times the absolute value of u, whereby our u was replaced, can be replaced by that, which we defined. So our final answer is going to be minus 1/3. Natural log of 5 minus 3x plus c. Just a little warm-up question for today, my friends. Let's go ahead and check the poll. Question of the day is, what topic should we focus on today? Revise, thank you for the rose. Is it going to be A, general chemistry, B, organic chemistry, C, physics, and D, calculus? And our very first question of today was this integral for calculus. We got 1 vote for Gen Chem, no, OChem. And guys, maybe we should switch it to OChem today. So the question was, how do you study for Orgo 2? And the first thing is you have to identify the functional groups. So organic chemistry 2, quick little side notes, is going to be the functional groups, including you have to memorize aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones. Okay? And so the first thing you're going to see is going to be our aldehydes, which is this form, and a ketone, which is this form. All right? And so an aldehyde, oh, let me zoom out so you guys can see that. And so an aldehyde is going to be in, again, this form with an H here. And a ketone is with this H. So the first thing is you have to recognize and memorize every single functional group. Okay? And the next thing I would say is start to memorize those reactions. So there's about 10 to 15 reactions per chapter. So in this one single chapter on aldehydes and ketones, there's going to be about 15 reactions. And then you're going to repeat that process again for carboxylic acids, which again also has carboxylic acids, which also has approximately 15 reactions. So now you're going to have 30 reactions for 2 different chapters. So therefore, you're going to have to see, you're going to have to memorize all of those reactions. To what level are you doing calc? I can do calc 1, 2, or 3, as well as differential equations. Can we do functional integrals? I need a rigorous definition for quantum fields. Unfortunately, I think that might be out of my scope. Shady, can you define functional integrals? That might be out of my scope. Let me check what that is. All right, and yeah, so hopefully that helps you for that question, guys. That was a question for organic chemistry 2. And guys, we just had the first integral for today here. And guys, feel free to drop down a question down below. Walk, thank you for the follow. Guys, the poll is active. Make sure you tap the top left hand side of your screen and vote for the question of today is going to be A, general chemistry, B, organic chemistry, C, physics, or D, calculus. And guys, seems like organic chemistry is winning, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and jump to some OChem for now. Josh, you can send in a question by either dropping it in the Discord or shooting me a DM on my profile, or dropping it up on the website. If you want to join the Discord, it's totally free. Just tap that link in bio to join the Discord. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull up some organic chemistry examples so we can see what to expect for organic chemistry 2. And the first thing that comes to mind is going to be aldehydes and ketones. All right. And what iHeartFelt, what topic do you want to go over, my friend? So for instance, last time we went over the acid, I believe it was acid catalyzed hydration. Let me just pull that up real quick. It's a nucleophilic reaction. So let's suppose that I have an aldehyde or a ketone of this form. And the first thing we're going to do is nucleophilic addition under acid conditions. So this is going to be nucleophilic addition. Guys, I encourage you to take notes and follow along. If you have any questions for organic chem, make sure you drop them down below. All right, thank you, Josh. Appreciate you. Let me know if you get that. And yeah, let me know if you get the link or if you get stuck. So then this is going to be HA. Actually, this is going to be an equilibrium here. And guys, so then the first thing I'm going to do is do a protonation. So protonation means which one is the acid and which one is the base. So a lot of the time students try to memorize organic chemistry compounds, and that's what I just said. You have to memorize all the reactions, but I encourage you not to really truly memorize blindly. I want you to understand and intuit what's going on. So in this case, we have a ketone here with our oxygen that's going to function as a base and deprotonate this acid like so. So therefore, our first step in this reaction process is going to generate double bond O, H plus, just like that. Okay? And then finally, our nucleophile is going to come in and effectively attack itself from the bottom. Okay? And therefore creating an alcohol here. So final product is going to be single bond OH attached to a nucleophile, just like that. So consider this mechanism the very first thing you're gonna do. Oh, you're taking OChem for the first time. So this is Orgo 2. So maybe we should go over Organic Chemistry 1, because I already have a bunch of videos on OChem 1 for review. So iHeartFelt, are you familiar with the functional groups? So maybe that's something we can go over today, guys. It's going to be the functional groups and identifying what is what. So for instance, the alkanes. Let's talk about that real quick, because I didn't know you were in Orgo 1, not Orgo 2. So for instance, let's discuss the nomenclature for alkanes. Okay, so for instance, methane. Methane is going to be CH4. And the formula is CH4, and the compound itself is going to look like this. So perhaps do you remember what methane looks like in the context of general chemistry? Yeah? So in general chemistry, it's going to look like a CH4. It's going to be a tetrahedral, effectively a compound just like that. Okay? And then the next term over is going to be adding one more carbon, so that's going to be called ethane. So that's going to be effectively H3C bonded to another CH3. Thank you, Josh. Just got your question. Find the general solution. All right. So we got a differential equation question up on the chat. And so this compound is going to look like this, and like that. iHeartFelt, I'm going to go ahead and address this calculus question because it's basically just Q&A today. So it says find the general solution find the general solution. Alright, so this is a second order differential equation. Alright, thank you, Josh. Got that. Welcome in. Feel free to introduce yourself if you're new into Discord. And guys, once again, if you want to join, it's 100% free. Just tap that link in bio to join. And so this is going to be a diff-EQ question. So it's a y double prime plus 2y prime plus y equals e to the minus x. Okay. All right. So Demi, thank you for the follow. The first thing I'm thinking of is perhaps doing a homogeneous, let's see, this is probably going to be a okay, I'm effectively going to write this as a characteristic equation. Okay, and I'm going to basically effectively define characteristic equation, kind of like an algebra class. So this is going to be x squared plus 2x plus x. Okay, I'm going to call these y's just to not use too many variables. I'm going to set this equal to 0 because that's the 0th order. All right, Josh, sounds good. Plus 1, not x. Oh, did I copy that down wrong? Yeah, Josh, can you go ahead and request to join? I don't do CS, unfortunately. I do not, but yeah, unfortunately, I don't do computer science data structures. Yeah, Josh, go ahead and request to join the live. Let you? How do I let you? Hold on. I think you can request. Let me see. Can you request to join? What are some main topics for Physics 1 calc based? Derivatives and integrals. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Reply, pin, comment, mute. I think there should be a button for you, Josh, that says request to join. Multi-guest. Oh, unfortunately it's not letting me because I'm on multi-layout. So what if I do this? Oh, man. Okay, unfortunately I cannot let you in today because I'm on multi-layout currently. So guys, we have a couple options here. Let me get started on this, and then if I pause, then I will let you in. So Sadi, to address your question, we have various calculus topics ranging from integration and derivatives, because you need to learn about vector mechanics for physics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set the right hand side equal to 0. And I'm going to go ahead and identify, I'm going to try letting y equals e to the minus x e to the rx. All right, and then differentiate that. Y prime equals r e to the rx, and then y double prime. Yeah, sorry, Josh. It's not letting me right now because I have a dual layout, but next time I might pause this and then let you join. But let me just go ahead and get started for now. Is it easy compared to Calculus 3? Yes, you don't need Calculus 3 for Physics 1. So if you've taken Calculus 1 and 2, you're pretty much solid for Physics 1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just replace these. All I did was differentiate. So that's e to the rx. Okay, that's e to the rx times r squared plus 2y prime, which is 2 times e to the rx plus e to the rx. Hello, Shush. You got decently far. Y e to the minus x. Yeah, this is just given. So far, how's my solution so far? Are you agreeing with what I'm doing so far, Josh? And so, therefore, now we can factor. We can effectively factor a. Now I'm gonna leave this set. I'm gonna set this equal to 0 still. Yes, e to the minus x was given in the problem. R squared e to the rx plus 2r e to the rx plus 1 e to the rx. I'm gonna set this equal to 0, and perfect. There we go. So this is basically gonna give us r squared. Just gonna factor out that e to the rx. R squared plus 2r plus 1 equals 0. So we have r squared plus 2r plus 1. And factor out this guy. Assuming this is factorable, this should be r plus 1 squared. R plus 1 quantity squared. Yeah, Shush, I got you. You want to drop a question? You can join the Discord for free and drop it in the channels. Tap the link in bio to join. Okay, so this gives us r equals minus 1. Cool. Okay. So, therefore, now, Josh, do please remind me. I think we're going to have a form for one solution that's going to give us our y1 and y2. It should be of the form c1 plus c2 e to the times x. c1 plus c2 times x, right? Is this what you have? Let me know if this is what you have right now. E to the rx. Sent on my Insta? Alright, thank you, Shush. I'm going to check that. You're going to be up next. You're going to be up next, Shush. And this is going to be our y1. Okay. And r is already given, so I'm just going to call this negative x. All right. Cool. Oh, yh. Yeah, let's call this yh. Cool. E to the minus x, c1 plus c2x. Perfect. Seems like we're on the same page. That's your yh. All right, perfect. So now the only problem here is that we set this equal to 0 for the right-hand side, but 0 is not the right-hand side. We have e to the minus x, right? So now I'm going to set yp. So I'm going to set yp equal to a e to the minus x. Okay, so my yp, yeah, yp is going to be the hard part. So provided that we already have yh, we're going to have to just guess. We're going to have to just guess and check yp. By any chance, do you know the solution already? Do you know what is the final answer already? If not, it's fine. If not, it's fine. We're going to have to guess, and it's probably going to just be something like this kind of form, e to the minus x. And, all right. Yeah, here why you have to put the a. So the a is just like a constant. Is gonna be like a constant, like in physics. It's gonna be like your initial value. It came up in further math Olympiad. I got it wrong. Give me info on the course. My bite. What do you mean by that throwaway? Give me info on the course. So e to the minus x is already here. So I'm thinking, what? I'm not gonna lie, Josh. I'm already getting stuck as well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit stuck. What can we do here? There's not much we can do unless we guess something of this form. Okay, so if it's 8e to the minus x, we are going to have this term with our, let me write this out as c1e to the minus x plus c2x times e to the minus x. So it is going to be corresponding to this guy, but we need something for our second term, for a c2 term. So I'm going to let another yp equal to a x e to the minus x. Okay, which would overlap with our c2 term. So therefore, a constant times a constant is just another constant. So I'm going to just multiply those out together. It's going to be a constant. I'm going to call it a. X times x, which is x squared. And then e to the minus x. Okay? If you make yp equals ax squared e to the minus x, then differentiate that twice. Exactly right. So now let's differentiate that twice. So yp prime equals a, okay, this is going to be product rule, so I'm going to give myself more space here. Okay, this is definitely going to be a long one. So it's going to be 2a times x times e to the minus x plus ax squared times a negative e to the minus x, which I'm going to write that as a negative e to the minus x like this. Okay, so that's our first derivative. Okay, so as a matter of fact, I'm going to even factor out, actually I don't need, yeah, let me factor out an a e to the minus x times 2 a times x times 2. Oh, wait a sec, hold on. This is 2a x e to the minus x, yep, plus x squared minus e to the x, yep. So it's going to be indeed an a e to the minus x times 2x minus x squared. Okay, I'm going to factor out an x over here, 2 minus x, there we go. All right, cool. The second derivative is a little bit longer. I got offers for Imperial and Cambridge. Oh, congrats. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the unis outside of the States, but congrats on that. Do you know what you're going to major in? If you make up yp equals ax squared e to the minus x and differentiate that twice for y double prime. Yep. Okay, so now we got to differentiate this guy twice. So that's going to be a, okay, this is going to be quite long. So this is going to be quite long. So this is going to be a times, maybe I won't factor. Okay, Josh, not to give up too soon, but I'm I'm getting a little bit lazy here to differentiate this twice. 2a e to the minus x minus 2ax e to the minus x. Okay, so that was that first derivative. I'm going to highlight this in blue. Let me just double check that real quick. That's 2a. Oh yes, chemical engineering. Yes, I remember. 2a e to the minus x super excited for you. 2a e to the minus x plus 2ax times e to the minus x times minus 1, which is minus 2a. All right, then I'm going to do the second term, which is going to be this guy here. Okay, which is going to be a minus 2ax times e to the minus x. Okay, and then I'm going to do a minus a x squared times negative e to the minus x. There we go. So I'm just going to turn that into a positive e to the minus x. Okay, there we go. Cool. I think we're almost done. All we have to do is back plug that in for our final term. So that again is going to be y double prime p plus 2y double prime p plus yp. Okay, and then compute all of these terms together here. So this is our yp, y prime p, and y double prime p. For ChemEdge, I'd say Imperial is better. Okay, thanks, Josh. All right. So, Josh, let's do a quick check. Do you agree with our second derivatives here? We got minus 2a e to the minus x, okay, times x. Okay, perfect. Plus 2a e to the minus x, perfect. Plus ax squared, yep, e to the minus x, yep. Minus 2a x e to the minus x. The only thing was we just changed the order, but commutative property, so we're fine. Awesome. Sounds like we're on the same page here, bud. Let's go ahead and plug those in. And it's going to be a little bit nasty here, so let's carefully plug these in here. Let's start with our y double prime here. And as a matter of fact, it seems like we might be able to simplify some of these. So I'm going to just plug these in. Josh is in UK as well. Perfect. Okay, it seems like I do have some extra space. 2a e to the minus x minus 2a x e to the minus x minus 2a x e to the minus x plus a x squared times e to the minus x plus 2y prime, which is 2 times ax e to the minus x minus ax squared e to the minus x, okay, plus yp, ax squared e to the minus x. So I'm going to rewrite that one more time. Hopefully I'm not making any typos here. I'm just going to distribute that 2, factor out all of my terms. That's going to be 4ax e to the minus x minus 2ax squared e to the minus x plus ax squared e to the minus x. Okay, beautiful. So now I want to cancel out stuff. What can I cancel out here? So I'm going to just highlight all my e to the minus x's, e to the minus x's, e to the minus x. So everything has e to the minus x, brilliant. Then I'm going to highlight my squared. So this is x squared, and x squared, and then finally all my x's, single x's. So effectively, I can factor out an a, and let's see, so do I have, this is ax squared and ax squared, 2ax squared, boom, perfect. So I can cancel these guys out, right? Cancel out ax squared, and 2ax squared e to the minus x. Can you do calc? I'm taking it this spring, of course. That's kind of what we're doing right now. I sent a pic to where I am. All right, I'm gonna check that right now. And similarly, we can also cancel out these terms. So everything canceled out beautifully. So we got 2a e to the minus x. All right. So therefore, y double prime p plus 2y prime p plus yp equals 2 to the minus e to the minus x. Beautiful. So we are almost done. All right, so we are almost done. So now we got to solve for a here. Now we got to solve for a here. Can we just simply... Now we got to solve for a here. So what did we set that to on the left-hand side? We set the left-hand side equal to that term. So that's going to be equal to... All right. So we're almost done here, Josh. So on the left-hand side, we're going to basically say this is 2a e to the minus x equals e to the minus x, because that entire thing was e to the minus x. So that's going to cancel out as well. So that means our a equals to 1/2. Okay? So therefore, we can rewrite that one more time. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of annoyed at this one at first. But now this is kind of turning into a kind of cool problem. So therefore, our yp is just simply going to be a 1/2 x squared e to the minus x. Okay? Now we got to go back. I can tell you what a is here. You don't need, if you need it. Yeah, did you get 1/2? I got a equals 1/2 here. I got the 2a e to the minus x, but a e to the minus x, so I think my canceling was wrong. Yeah, I got you, Shush. You said you sent me on Instagram, right? I'm going to check you right now. And then that's yp equals 1/2 x squared e to the minus x. So next what we're going to do is plug that into a homogeneous expression, which was, remember, c1 plus c2x. So I'm going to just plug that in as my yp. So y equals yh plus yp, which was c1 plus c2x e to the minus x plus 1/2 x squared e to the minus x. And therefore we should be good here. Now did they give us boundary conditions? Because that's going to be the next part. Which I think I'm going to pause here. They did not give us boundary conditions, so I think we should be good. I'm going to box that. Okay. Whew, that was a long one, guys. Let me go ahead and take a screenshot of this, drop it into Discord. And guys, there's about 5 minutes left on the clock. Anyone that's just joining in, this is Dr. Drew. If you tap the button on the top side of your screen, it's the vote for the question of today. Is it going to be A, general chemistry, B, organic chemistry, C, physics, or D, calculus? And right now we got equal votes for OChem, physics, and calc, none for gen chem. So guys, anyone that is just joining in, now's your chance. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this solution. Josh, let me know if you have any questions here. And if I made any typos, please let me know. This was kind of a fun one. There's a differential equations question here. This is in the context of differential equations. And then let me just send that into Discord. And guys, as usual, if you want to join the Discord, it's 100% free. So just tap that link to join the Discord. And you got another one as well. Then how do I respond here? I just enjoyed Diffie Q's. Glad it's over. Just sent the entire... The canceling is where I went wrong. Yeah, it actually canceled out really nicely. Okay, guys, my Discord is lagging or something. There we go. So I'm gonna send you the pic so you can take a look. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. My pleasure, Josh. That was a great question. All right, Shush, I think you said you DM me on IG, right? Let's take a look. So I'm going to take a look at the next question. All right, got your question here. So integral. Okay, integral of 1 over x to the fourth root dx. All right. Let me bring this down so everyone can see that. Whoop. And then let me flip this so you guys can see all that as well. Perfect. All right. So again, we have integral of 1 over x to the fourth plus 1 rooted here. Okay, I'm gonna do this at the same time, see how I do. Okay, yeah, please do. All right, and so first thing that came to mind was I wanted to just simply do like a u sub or a trig sub, because x squared is x to the fourth. So I'm kind of just thinking like x squared equals x to the fourth, and 1 squared is just 1. So I'm thinking trig sub. This is the hardest question on my Olympiad. Good luck. And so the first thing that I'm thinking I want to do is, can I just do a trig sub? What if I just let, for instance, you know, u squared, let u equal to x squared, and this is going to be 1 over the fourth root of u squared plus 1, something like that. I'm also thinking I might want to complete the square, u squared plus 1. To the 1 over 4. And I have to do du. Nope, I don't, hold on. Just gonna do, not a u sub, but I'm just gonna do a simply u squared, x squared plus 1 squared to the power 1 over 4 dx. Okay. I have not done probability. Josh sounds like he can help. Thank you, Josh. So Oscar says, have you taken probability or statistics? And I said no, but Josh says he can help. Would appreciate your help, Josh. Thank you. Okay, so what if I do, I'm gonna let u equal to x squared. I'm gonna start over. No, I'm gonna let u equal to x to the fourth. I'm already getting stumped, guys. No, I can't do a u sub. No, I can't do a u sub. That's just not gonna work. IDK Shush, do you know the solution for this? I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to answer this, guys. That's what I was thinking. It looks like an arctan, but I can't really do anything because if I just it's to the fourth power, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do. I'm gonna drop it in the Discord because this is like a fun one. So let me just screenshot it in the Discord if like see if people can try it out. But I think we can put challenge problem. Unless there's anything that we can do. Oh, what about hyperbolics? Josh says he might be able to do it. Yeah, I was thinking arc 10 as well. I don't think it's arc 10 though. There's got to be a way we can simplify this. X squared plus 1. And guys, let me check the poll. Guys, so the poll is over. So let's see who won. Let's see who won for today. And guys, I'm going to do a quick pause on this integral real quick. I just want to check the poll. So we got at least 6 votes for today. And we got an equal proportion. We got an equal proportion for Gen Chem, Math, OChem, Physics. Actually, none for Gen Chem. We got 2 for OChem, Physics, and Calc. And guys and gals, anyone that is just joining in, welcome into the chat. I'm going to go ahead and reintroduce myself. I'm Dr. Drew. I go live every single week to answer your STEM questions. And as you can see, today's topic, we're doing some calculus today, but you're free to drop in any questions you might have, ranging from calculus, physics, general chemistry, or organic chemistry. And guys, we're doing this integral now currently. And guys, make sure to tap that link in bio. Go to engineeringminds.co if you want access to free resources, a Discord community, and tutoring discounts. Again, go to engineeringminds.co to join up on the Discord. Gonzo, thank you for the love. Guys, thank you for the follows. We got 3 follows so far, 146 likes so far, and 257 views. I gave him UKMT instead because this is too difficult. You sent me another one? Yeah, guys. So feel free to just drop in questions here. I'm not sure what this one was going to be. Okay, so this one needed a trick, but I couldn't figure it out, unfortunately, guys. I couldn't figure it out, guys. Oscar, Dr. Andrew, I'm curious, have you taken real analysis before? I have not. My background is in chemical engineering. I have not taken real analysis, but that is something I do want to tackle in the future. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna see the next question, and Heidi has the next question here. I'm gonna just take a look at this one here as well. These are definitely some challenge questions, guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be good at these Olympiad. I don't know. Is this? I've never studied for the Math Olympiad, so I'm not your guy, unfortunately, Heidi. I'm gonna go ahead and read this question out loud. If this is something that folks want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle it. You have a rectangle with a vertical side length of 1 and a horizontal side of length A greater than 1. You need to dissect it into 4 pieces, each with equal area. A equals A over 4, using lines with a total length L. What is the smallest L can be? For example, 3 vertical lines will accomplish the division with total length L equals 3, as shown in the upper figure. If A equals large enough, then this will always be the minimum length solution. We call this trident solution where L equals 3. But other dissections are possible. On the left below, we have the H solution, where L equals A over 2 plus 2, while on the right side, we have the cross solution. I'm sorry, Heidi, this is kind of like out of my scope, my friend. This is kind of like, well, on the right, we have a cross solution where L equals A plus 1. I'm gonna take a look. Because they're definitely fun, but I need to see these. I'm gonna drop it here, and I'm gonna take a look and get back to you. Because like doing it for the first time here, like these are kind of challenging. So Josh says if you make x equals square root tan, you should be fine. For this one here, Josh says if you make x equals square root tan, you should be fine. X equals square root of tan. Square root of tan. I'm sorry, guys. These are kind of out of my scope, guys. They're kind of hard. Yeah, Hadi, I'm gonna take a look and then just try them out because these are like I've never studied for the math Olympiad, my friend. So here's another one. The point P lies on the circle on the triangle ABC. Perpendiculars PL, PM, and PN are drawn to the sides BC, CA, and AB respectively. If necessary, the sides of the triangle are produced extended. Prove that the points L, M, and N are collinear. Line the straight line.